Mishpanshinko Usteshpa Omenewan. Let's get right into it. Today I have a motivational speech for everybody that is listening. Okay, first off, as Mexicans, as raza, as cholos, as gangsters, I'm here for the Mexican community. But if you're not Mexican and you're also following the channel, I respect you as well. I'm not racist. But how can we be united as Mexicans or as a whole if the Mexicans ain't united? So we gotta start first with our own people. However, I do believe everybody should be united. Nevertheless, this video has nothing to do with that. This video is all about a positive message with motivational speech. So the video is gonna go like this. This is a message to all my parolees, all the homies that are getting out from prison. You just did 5, 10 years in prison, 15 years, 20 years, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. Your record is now stained by all these things that you did on the streets, and it's not easy. I know that for a fact. You have a felony, so everywhere you go to, they're gonna do a background check. They might say that they don't do that, but they do. Even if they interview with this new laws that they have to interview just like anybody else, at the end of the day, you have a felony in your record, they're not going to let you work. So, I'm going to tell you a few things you should know. Can you find a job? Yes. Is it going to pay you $20, $30 an hour to start with? No. Why? Because if you're like myself, that I was always in prison, you're a career criminal, you spend all your life incarcerated, you don't have no work experience. Some people do because they take classes or whatnot, but most of the homies or convicts, they don't have no work experience. So I'm gonna tell you how I did it. First off, they're gonna pay you $12 an hour, whatever the minimum wage is right now, and you can't be too picky when it comes to a job. You know what I mean? You can't be too picky. Like, oh, I want to get paid $50 an hour. No, that's not going to happen. You're going to start from the bottom. You're going to get paid minimum wage, and you're going to build yourself. You're going to build yourself and build your working experience and your resume. You know, when you're a homie, you build your resume by violence and making money and doing all that for criminal organizations. It's the same thing with the job. In the work field, you have to build your resume, and you start at $12 an hour for a year, and then you get a little experience, then you can get another job, 13, 14, and then another job, 15, 16, and that's how you build yourself. You can't start off by getting paid a lot of money unless you got the right connections, which is family members, friends. But out here in the real world, if it ain't family, bro, a lot of friends won't even let you in. There's another thing that I haven't been able to do, but I recommend it, is go to the union. In the union, they teach you everything, bro. And they're going to end up paying you like $30 an hour 2-3 years later. But in all reality, you're going to have to start from the bottom. So if you live with your mom, you don't pay no rent, that's the best investment you could do, is go to the union. But you have to be down to work. I was just talking to one of my older homies the other day, and he told me he gets frustrated, he gets mad, and he doesn't like to go to work, but he doesn't want to be a bum. So he goes to work frustrated, sweating, mad at the world, working. But every Friday he gets a check. And every Friday he remembers how frustrated he was. So now he's saving up his money to invest it and maybe start a small business or something. You know what I mean? And that's the way you gotta do it. You gotta start from the bottom, move up. Start from the bottom, move up. Start from the bottom, move up. When I first got out, I was renting rooms. And it was pretty bad everywhere, bro. It was I rented a room in North Oxnard. I rented a room in El Rio. That was the first room. And then I was jumped. I was jumped outside of that room and fucking by 2 bums. And I got kicked out because the sheriffs came right away. After that, I was renting a room in North Oxnard, and I was under surveillance due to a music video. They caught me under surveillance, and a multitask agency raided the house, and I got kicked out. Then I rented a room in Fillmore, and that one was pretty good for about a year until I got incarcerated this December. Then when I got out in February, I was renting a room on J Street, on the corner of J Street and Bryce Canyon, on that corner house. And the family has a cat. The cat used to jump. I sleep with the window open, bro. Like in prison, you can't open your window. So I got the habit of leaving the window open, to feel free in my mind. So every night I would hear a bunch of noise, like scratching and all that, and it was the cat. He would jump to my window, he would go inside my room, he would try to exit my room, but he couldn't because the door was locked. So I have to get up and open the door. And it was for a whole month straight, bro. I did not like it. Also, when I left that house, I only rented the room for a month. After that month, I started renting this other room, and when I was renting the other room, the family had a big ass dog, like a big old dog, a scary ass dog. I don't remember, but I think his name was Chato, and he did not like me. He did not like me. Every time I got near, like I could see him in the backyard through my window on the side, and he'll be, and I'll be like, damn, no, this fool better not come in through my window like that cat, and it was just not an experience that I liked. It was just a situation I did not like, bro. So I usually would leave the house in the morning and don't come back till the nighttime because it was just a room. I didn't want to be there, So I'll go to the beach, do recreational activities until the time came to go to sleep, and I'll go back to the house. So these people will bring the dog inside the house. So one time I'm coming back from the streets, right? And I'm trying to lay low, bro. It was Kamala and M Street, like 3 houses from the corner, right? And like 3 houses down, there was a shooting. Not at the house, but on the street, And I was like, oh my God, I'm back into this, I had nothing to do with it, but at the same time, I'm staying in an area where there's criminal active. And I need to get myself out of that situation, So I started looking for a studio or an apartment. But anyways, I'm coming back to the house. I'm opening the door. I open the door because I have the key to the house. I live there, of course. And the dog's right there. So I'm like, oh, hell, I close the door right away. The people come out of the room. They take the dog out of the premises. I go inside, and now I don't even want to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, bro, because I'm like, oh my God, what if the dog's right there? Like, even if they stop them from hurting me, bro, it's pretty bad, Like, I don't want to get bit by no fucking big ass dog. So anyways, it happened for about a month. Every day when I came back, they had the dog right there, and it was just weird to me, Like, these people want to rent rooms, but they don't make it comfortable for people to stay there. It doesn't matter if I'm on parole. I paid my debt with society by doing my time. Now I'm trying to reintegrate into the community at large, into society, and be a law-abiding citizen, just like anybody else. So I should be afforded the same respect as anybody else, the same courtesy. But we are not, unfortunately, So I ended up moving. Now I have, I'm renting a studio, and in the future near, I want to rent an apartment. I'm moving up. So that's where you start. You start in the bottom. Right now, I'm no longer getting paid minimum wage. I have more experience. And if I'm to look for another job, I'm going to be able to find it. Right now, I'm doing tree services. So we travel, we go to Bishop, we go to Inyo County, we go to Pomona, we go to Chino, we go to Orange County. We're everywhere, Santa Barbara County, and that's the only time I can leave Ventura County because I'm on GPS. So what I'm telling you, kings, you got to respect yourself first and foremost. You got to respect yourself. So you got to find a job. It doesn't matter if it's $12 an hour. It doesn't matter if you're staying on the streets. You go get that job. If you have a job, you can rent a room and save up. Within 6 months, you're going to have work experience. Within a year, you could get another better job doing the same thing, getting paid way more. Don't stay there because they're not going to pay you more. Once you have the job experience, you find other things you want to learn. You learn them and you start doing side jobs and you build your resume, you build your skills, you build your experience, and you get more money. If your mind state is not on that level, you're never going to succeed, bro. If you don't want to suffer, you're never going to succeed. If you don't want to struggle, you're never going to succeed. That's my motivational speech for the day. I hope somebody takes something from me. And I'm just letting you know that life is not easy. Life is not easy, so you better brace yourself, get ready for the ride, and proceed with caution. Just stay positive, think positive, and positive things will come. But at the same time, you just can't stay there and think positive and, oh, something positive is going to come. No, you have to work. You have to go out there. You have to wake up at 3 in the morning. You have to show your employer that you're down to wake up at 3 in the morning, go work. And it doesn't matter if they're judging you for being a cholo, ex-con, whatnot. You do your best. By doing your best, everybody's going to like you and respect you for what you do. You're going to get up early every day. You're not going to be partying. And if you party, that's up to you. But just go to work the next day. If you're down to party, you better be down to go to work the next day. And with that being said, I hope you guys grasp a little bit of what I'm telling you and move on with positivity. Have a nice day.